Hi, everyone. Good to be here tonight. Welcome to our show, on our debut show. I am Starr RavenHawk, and
I am Rhonda Allen, and welcome to our new channel, Magical Witchy World TV. We're so happy to have you all with us tonight. Star, a little introduction.
I am Starr RavenHawk, and I have been around in the magical community since the early 90s, doing one event or another. And I have since formed WFT Academy of Pagan Studies, the New York City Wiccan Family Temple, and at Witchsfest USA. I hope I've seen many of you there over the years. We're in our 12th year now. And here we have my wonderful friend Rhonda. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Star. And actually, it was at Witches Fest where I first met you.
Yes,
That
you
goes
did.
back a
Yes, you
little
did.
ways. Yeah. So I'm Rhonda Allen. I am the founder of Northern New Jersey Tarot. I'm a professional tarot card reader and instructor. I teach in person classes as well as live virtual classes on the Magical Path School of Witchcraft. And I have been out in the magical world here since I came back to the US in the mid 1990s.
Yes, wonderful,
So,
wonderful.
thank you.
And we wanted to kind of give you guys a bit of our goals for this show. So, and the goal that we have for this show going forward is to show our magical, witchy world to the mundane world, and at the same time, share the vastness and the many faceted and diverse people that makes up our many magical communities from all walks of life on this earth.
Beautiful, beautiful.
We hope you enjoy
So,
it.
yes, and tonight on our first show, we are very happy to introduce Sabrina of the Fairy Best Life. But before that, I want to show you a little something.
Yay!
Yay! Welcome, Sabrina. We're so excited to have you here. So,
I'm so
Yeah.
I
excited.
have to do my due diligence, though, and I want to give everyone a bit of your bio. So I'm going to do a little reading here. You guys bear with me because I want to get
Yes.
everything in here. So,
Yes.
Sabrina of Fairy Best Life is a guide to a realm of spiritual magic, romance, and fairy tales. Passionate about living her fairy best life, experiencing the magic of this world through all of the senses, and sharing in its treasures with others. She uses music as her spell of choice to create conscious community experiences. Weaving her spiritual journey through enchanted R&B songs,
Mhm.
Sabrina lifts the veil so one can witness the enchantments of this reality and once again believe in magic. There's more. She has opened portals to the Fey realm with the NYRP Garden Concert
Mhm.
Series as a recurring performer at Witchesfest USA and as Chancellor of Black Fae Day, awesome, an organization committed to increased visibility and community of Black fantasy lovers and creators.
Mhm.
Sabrina has recently been the fairy guide into Dreamland as an artist in residence for Rest Fest in Austin, Texas. Love.
Yes.
A featured performer at the contemporary Austin's The Very Rary Festival, Enchanted Wishing Well, and produced Heartsong, an immersive experience with live performances and interactive installations. Currently, she is a featured act in the Syrens of Symbiocene monthly residency at Sahara Lounge in Austin. So thank you so
Busy,
much
busy.
for coming out. So much
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
on.
Wow.
No, I'm
Love it. So
so
much going
so
on.
excited to be here. I love magical witchy spaces in this magical witchy world. So, like
Exactly.
coming
Amazing.
Thank
home,
you.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So
All
thanks
right.
for having
Fabulous.
me.
We cannot wait to hear some of your songs that you would love to
Yeah.
have you go ahead and rendition to us.
Amazing. So
Yes.
I'm gonna do some fun tech things and share my screen real quick so we can get the
Excellent.
song going.
Yeah.
All right. So this
All
first one
right.
is my debut single, and it's called New Religion.
Hey.
Beautiful.
My mood tends to swing. Wish I could fight it. I won't speak just to keep from crying. It's hard to believe you're not lying when you say there's strength in my silence. You see me clearer than a mirror for a reason. You are my new religion. Oh, you got me on a mission. Oh, I'll be all that you envision. I am the kind others confide in, but I won't let them inside. No one's invited. But somehow you find me when I'm hiding, and you say I'm brave when I'm just trying. You see me clearer than a mirror for a reason. You are my new religion. Oh, you got me on a mission. Oh, I'll be all that you envision. Oh, yeah. You got me on a mission. Oh, I'll be all that you envision. Oh, yeah. No, I don't recognize the one in your starry eyes. I don't recognize the one in your starry eyes. I'll practice what you preach until I reach your fantasy. I'll practice what you preach until I reach your fantasy. I'll practice what you preach. It on vision. You are my new religion. Yeah. You got me on a mission. Oh, I'll be all that you envision. Thank you.
Beautiful. Love that.
Thanks.
That is
Ev.
so beautiful. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Well, I got one more for y'all.
Yeah.
Please.
And it is called Wings. Now, this song is one I go back to kind of as my own spell a little bit, just to reaffirm myself in my own inner magic and remind myself that I do have these wings. As long as I take the chance and leap, I shall fly. So this is Wings for those who forget sometimes. We're going to go back to our shared screen and find the second song. There it is. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. I can tell you, watch my bedtime slows down. I'm floating up to space. Stardust cast on my crown. Just a memory now. I try to keep it short and sweet. But what's the point of flying is fleeting? But also what's the point in leaving if I don't know the way home? I know how to use them. I'm afraid to lose myself to the wind. So I keep my shoes tight. One more night, always something. I know how to use them. I'm afraid to lose myself to the wind. So I keep my shoes tight. One more night, I wanna chase it. Thunder coming from south. I was born with the rain. Crack my window for the sound. Sleep on a memory now. I try to keep it short and sweet. But what's the point if light is fleeting? But also, what's the point in leaving if I don't know the way home? I know how to use them. I'm afraid to lose myself to the wind. So I keep my shoes tight, tight. One more night, probably. I know how to use them. I'm afraid to lose myself to the wind. So I keep my shoes tight, tight. One more night. My head's already in the clouds. Not tethered to the clouds. I don't get in. The endless sky is calling way too loud. It's already in the clouds. I'm not tethered to the ground. I don't get it, but the endless sky is calling way too loud. Wings, I know how to use them, but I'm afraid to lose myself to the wind. Step into the moonlight, cause it don't feel right with my wings tapping. I know how to use them. So I'm afraid to lose myself to the wind. I'll step into the moonlight, cause it don't feel right with my wings touching. Oh no, 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 it don't feel right. I don't know how this will all turn out. The world is swirling upside down. The cards and stars are safe and sound, and that's enough for now.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That
That
is
is so beautiful.
fabulous.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
I
so
appreciate you.
much.
So
That is
fun.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you
So,
so much.
Thank you.
we would love to ask you a few questions about all of this. And I'm just going to jump right in here about
Yes.
the magic that you're creating with your music, everything that you're doing. But let me just go back to the very, very beginning and ask
Well,
what actually brought you to the fairy life?
Hmm. Well, it sounds like a cop out answer, but I've always been a fairy.
Right
I
on. No,
really
that's
no.
good.
As a child, I believed I was magical. I believed magical things were around us at all times. I was finding sticks and turning them into wands. I was creating my own spells. I was
Right on.
very, very creative. And then I started to grow up, and life sort of taught me all these rules and constructs, and I started to, not believe that I was magical, not believe in my own magic. And slowly but surely I lost myself, and I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what was real anymore. And I turned to art, and I was just creating and crafting, and all my wondrous projects were filling my room. And one night I was just sitting in my room, sad and depressed because I was still lost. And I looked up and I realized all around me there are these like fairy jars and fairy twinkly lights and this like birch branch installation and this like enchanted garden experience on my ceiling. And I was just like, oh my goodness. I managed to turn my bedroom into a fairy garden
That is
and
fabulous.
thought I was a fairy.
Yes.
So ever since just like was it was a process to rediscover my magic, and it was a
Right.
very spiritual journey that led me to write these enchanted R&B songs that documented that journey that I'm still very much on. But like once I identified as a fairy, I found my wings within a couple of weeks. I found
Wow.
a community in Black Fae Day within like a couple months. It was just like things started just like coming out to like recognize the fact that I was finally seeing myself. And
Yes.
yeah, ever since be putting on these wings.
That is
yes, yes, I
fabulous.
saw
That
them.
is
They're
My
beautiful.
fun. Yeah, thank y'all
no,
so
that is
much.
fabulous.
That you found your magic and realized it was all
Yeah,
around you. That's so awesome.
truly,
So
truly.
awesome. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, what brought you, what does it mean to be a fairy? At least to you. What does
Mhm.
it mean?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it's different for everybody, but for me, it's a very connected spiritual way of living, one that truly does value love above all else, like an unconditional love and gratitude for the universe, for people, for connecting with people, for sharing experiences with nature and humans and my little kitty here, animals, and like, just really like valuing and appreciating this life, this present moment, and recognizing that there really is beauty all around us, and that sense of childlike wonder and curiosity about the world, like this constantly filling this well of magic within me. Just the fact that like you can go outside and the sky's changing colors throughout the day, like that's just, it's fantastic, it's fantastical,
That's magic.
and
Right on.
yeah, truly. And it's so it's a whole lifestyle. It's it's beyond just wearing the wings. It's like truly being able to connect with the universe and feel in tune and in touch with the universe, and you know all that is imbued with the universe, which is everything. So
That is that is
Awesome.
fabulous. I love that you say that um, in your bio that you lift the veil so one can witness the enchantments of this reality and once again believe in magic. That is
yes,
huge.
Yes,
yes,
Since
it
it
is.
seems to be
important.
just fleeting and fading and just
Yeah,
from so
yeah.
many
We
people.
need
So that's
some of that.
beautiful.
We
Yeah,
need some of
Absolutely.
that right now in the world. As we can see, we look around and so many things are chaotically going on.
yeah,
So we
Mhm.
need that realm lifted so we could be enchanted a bit more, So that's
truly.
Absolutely.
Because that's honestly the true nature of things. The true nature of things is magical. Like, the
Right.
deeper you can really see and connect with it, the more magical it then becomes. So,
Absolutely.
I can go on
Love
and on
that. Love
forever,
that.
but
So, with all of the things, and I literally in your bio, we just tapped into some of the things that you've been doing recently. I mean, you've been
Mhm.
engaged in so many events and different communities. What's one of the highlight events that you've been able to participate in? What's one of the highlights?
Oh my goodness. Well, they've all been so vastly different, which is super exciting. Like, getting to host the Black Fae Day Gala in
Oh my
Atlanta
God.
last year was huge.
Oh
Just to
my
see
God.
so many incredibly magical, beautiful Black beings like frolicking in this like really like extravagant venue, and like it was so much fun. There were mermaids swimming. It was
Oh
amazing. There
my
were
God.
knights, but for me personally, like as an artist, as a musician, where the purest form of sharing my gift is through my song. And I got to do that in a really unique way as part of Rest Fest, which you mentioned, as I was the fairy guide to Dreamland. And
Yes.
yeah, and basically it was a whole festival that was centered around the idea of what happens when you create art from a restful place as opposed to like a deadline or industry focused or career focused place. And what came out was just so beautiful. Like, I was able to craft all these little like glamour bomb like trinkets around the little field that we were in for people to find. And there was this plant wave machine
Mm.
that allows you to hear the music of plants. So I was literally singing along to the music of trees,
Oh my
and I
gosh.
was just like improving, like music was just like channeling through me, and it literally felt like I was singing the universe's
Oh
song
my
and
gosh.
lyrics. And I was just like, this is probably the most like Fae experience I've ever had.
That
I was like, if
sounds
this is
amazing.
not the Fae
that's
realm, like I don't know what is.
that
So that was pretty
is
spectacular.
so wonderful.
That
I
sounds
think that
absolutely
sounds so
fabulous.
wonderful though, like quite an experience.
It was, it
Yeah.
was. It was a free event, so we had all kinds of people there to just like be present and like hear the trees song and hear my song and hear the wind song, and it was just, yeah, it was wonderful.
Wow.
Love
Okay.
that.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, how is magic part of your lifestyle now and maybe in the past, but mostly now and where it's taking you?
hmm So I mean, yeah, magic for me, it is everywhere, but I have been emboldened to put it more to practice as of late. So I've really appreciated, getting more into like herbs and flowers and like creating my own tinctures and like being able to feel emboldened to like make my own potions. Like I need a little confidence boost today. Like I'm gonna add some like turmeric and like some cinnamon and like add it to my like milk for the evening and like have a little moment, have a little me time. Um, but also just like, gratitude is so magical.
Mhm.
I've been every time I see 11:11 on the clock, I call out to the universe 5 things that I'm so abundantly grateful for. And
Beautiful.
slowly but surely, there's just like so many signs of the universe's magic, like in response to just
Yes.
how much gratitude is being given out. So it's everywhere. But also, like I love making potions and writing my own spells and songs. It's magic in
Absolutely.
everything.
Yes, yes, yes.
Exactly.
I agree. I agree entirely.
That is, and when you say that, writing your own spells in song, in music, that
Mhm.
is one. I mean, you're just, it's literally, it's filling the air around you when you
Yes.
sing, and that's such a beautiful, that's a powerful, powerful
Yeah, yeah.
image.
Thank you.
That's
Um,
your magic too. That's your,
that,
you completely exude that entire magic of your being and everything else. That's awesome.
exactly,
It's like
fabulous.
an enchantment, It's the
Yeah,
incantation and rhyme and rhythm, and then like yeah.
Precisely. It's powerful. It's
Yeah.
so
yeah.
powerful doing that. So you shared a couple of your songs with us tonight, which we
Mhm.
appreciate. What about what's coming up next? What's coming up next for you?
So much. Well, I have more
Yeah.
songs, obviously.
Yes.
And I can't wait to share them. We're
Oh,
just
Yes.
doing
awesome,
it bit by
awesome.
bit, but there'll be music
Fabulous.
videos, there'll be lyric videos, and
Excellent.
definitely more shows. I'm based in Austin, Texas right now. So
Okay.
if you're in
Oh, okay.
Austin, come through
Yeah.
to
I'll
one
be
of my
back.
shows. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
wow. Yeah,
I'll be
yeah, yeah.
back.
Yay. But
That's awesome.
also
Okay.
the Black Fae Gala is coming up in the end
Yes.
of April.
Oh,
So that's gonna be
nice,
really fun.
nice,
And
nice,
it's
nice.
gonna be in Texas this year, which is really
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, that's
fabulous.
wonderful for you.
So
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
going to link all of the upcoming events, whatever we have. I know we have your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Of course, we are on YouTube right
Yeah.
now, but we're going to link all of those things so that people can find you there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Definitely.
But we wanted to I'll also kind of ask you what tell us a little bit about that new release of yours.
Yes. Oh, New Religion. The song unfortunately cut like right before the epic end, but that's okay. You can hear it on Spotify and all the other playlisting apps that you may listen to music on. But yeah, that song was the first song I wrote when I was just getting like an inkling of like there's something more that I'm not seeing. There's something more in me that I'm missing. And my partner um is a person who does unconditionally love me, and I feel like there's a reflection in their eyes that I wasn't quite seeing um in myself. Like the way that they saw me was in a way that I didn't yet know I was. And they helped me believe in my magic. And the song sort of speaks to reckoning with the fact that you are more than you realize you are. And to truly like dig deep and like access the beautiful parts of you, the shadowy parts, the bright parts, because they all make up you and they're all beautiful and bring out this like unique magic that is yours. And by the end of that song, it's just sort of a testament to seeking your actualized self as being your own religion, your own practice of, yeah,
Yeah.
actualizing. So,
Yeah. It's actually wonderful having a partner that supports you in that way and
Yes.
sees you with all the
mhm,
magic and everything that you are, that it,
definitely.
it ends up where you begin to see it yourself and you begin to
Yes.
draw more on that. So that's, um, a
Its
great
own
thing that you're
magic.
able to finally see what
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. I mean, those closest to you tend to have a truer reflection of you than you do.
Right.
So sometimes you gotta listen to them. If they say you're amazing, maybe you are. Like you might not think so, but
Right
like
on.
you could be. Like
Right on. Well said. Well
That's
said.
awesome. That's awesome.
So, where can people find you? I mean, we are going to link you, but what can you
yes.
share with us right now?
So I am Fairy Best Life, spelled Fairy, and I'm basically that on all social media platforms. I'm on Twitter if you want to hear my like random spiritual witchy thoughts. That's where you go. Also a decent amount of like nostalgia things because I'm just a nostalgic, sentimental, sap. But I'm also on TikTok. I'm going to be starting to post a lot more TikTok videos, but there's some fun sketches on there. And Instagram is like where you'll hear about everything because I'm always on there. But everything is at Fairy Best Life. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Fabulous.
let's be
Awesome.
friends. We keep up.
Yes.
Awesome.
And
Awesome. And are people able to purchase any of your music? Like, that
Yes.
because that would be
So
really great, in support.
yes. My debut single, New Religion, is out everywhere. So it's out for streaming, on like Spotify and Pandora and Amazon and iTunes and all that. But it's also out for purchase. If you want to support,
yes,
you can
indeed.
buy it on iTunes. You can buy it. You can buy it everywhere on my website here, my link tree. You'll be able to access all the platforms that have the song. You can purchase it
Awesome.
there.
Thank you. Yeah,
Fabulous.
that is so awesome. Thank you.
Thank y'all so
Really,
Thank you
much.
so
yeah.
much.
And
Thank you
thank you
so
for
much.
creating this. This is such a special
Oh,
space y'all have like
we're
initiated. I'm so
excited.
excited.
We're so happy you were
Yeah.
here to initiate us into this
Yes,
new
yes,
world. So
yes,
we appreciate you lifting up the sound.
yes,
Such an
Absolutely.
honor. Thank
We
y'all
would
so
love
much.
to have you back sometime, but
yes,
thank you
Please.
so
much.
much.
Yes, we really
All
appreciate
right.
you.
Have a great rest
Have
of
a
the
gr-
show.
Thank
Yes,
you.
definitely.
And
Thanks.
you as well. We're going to take you off camera now, but
All right.
for the rest of you guys, thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye bye.
For the rest of you guys, we want to share with you a little something from one of our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Thank. All right, it's astrology time. So, one of the things I wanted to let you guys know, I kind of put it on my profile already, but I wanted to kind of go over it because this is what we're going to do for you guys throughout the year. So, 2023 is the year of major life changing shifts.
A
So, a
lot
lot
of
of little things
changes.
are going to be happening. So, we're going to kind of take you guys through it each show and try to prepare you guys. So, Rhonda, go ahead with it, girl.
All right. So I have notes here because I wanted to make certain I didn't miss anything, you guys. So yeah, 2023, it's the year of transits. We have it, I mean, the transits in 2023 show us how energy is moving and manifesting within and without. So that's what transits do. They show us how energy is moving. But being consciously aware of it means we can make choices about how to work with them and what and that makes all the difference. If we know what we're doing and how we're working with it, it does make all the difference. um, 2023, we can expect lots of changes and shifts. Our lives can be set on completely new trajectories this year and in ways that we can't even fathom right now. So yeah, everything is changing this year. It's impossible to predict exactly these change how they'll play out in our life. But again, if we are prepared, if we do a little pre-work, we'll be able to work with them to get them to be to work in our benefit. So this is the year we stop talking about that brave new world we wish for, and we actually get out there and start creating it. This is the
Yes,
year for that.
yes.
Um, So again, as Starr was saying, we'll be giving you these little blurbs, these little bits each show, astrology time, and then we'll be moving on to other things. But each session, each show will be going into this topic, and I'm going to hand over to Starr to go into what's coming up next.
All right. So we just witnessed yesterday, Mars went direct. What we witnessed before was because Mars originally had entered retrograding through Gemini on August 20th of 2022, and it will end it, and it ended its retrograde yesterday, January 12th. But it's going to remain there in a direct position until March 25th. That makes it literally 7 months in total. 7 months, which is a long time for a planet that usually spends only 2 months in each sign. So that tells you a lot of things that it has played through. As Mars retrograded through Gemini, we have seen in the past few months, we've seen cyberspace being stirred up like hell, right? All these past months creating utter chaos online. That's because Mars was just simply being himself, the hyper trickster mode. You know what I mean? But with Mars going direct yesterday, it will bring some kinds of relief, and it might start putting out some of the online dumpster fires.
Yeah, let's hope for that.
That he created anyways, but he's going to tell you, let's kind of control some of it, put it out, so that's some of the things that you have to kind of think there with that. Okay.
Yes, definitely. A little bit about Mars as on background. So Mars, as we know, is a planet that is associated with confrontation. I mean, god of war, right? So as Mars gathers momentum in the first quarter of the year, consider the many ways you've encountered frustration or impatience, anger, around yourself, and just the frustration, we could say, in the tone and tenor of your communications, even just having that come through in the way you communicate. Reflect on where your anger has played out. Where have you seen your frustrations play out in your relationships and work and what have you? And have you learned anything about maybe even asserting yourself? Maybe it played out in a way that wasn't detrimental, but in a way that was empowering. Think about where your boundaries and limits have been crossed. Perhaps that has been part of your experience in the first part of the year, and how Mars can help you work towards learning to advocate for yourself and or stand up for the needs of others. So again, it's not just the challenges or the confrontational energies that come forward. It could also help you to understand those ways that you can, again, assert for yourself or stand up for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have a lot going on. There's a lot happening right now, planet-wise or astrology-wise.
Yeah. And
Any other thoughts on what's happening,
well, part
Starr?
of it is that, it wants us to, like, there's a lot of us who are either passive aggressive or just passive with a lot of things. Mars is telling you, this is not that time to be passive aggressive or any of those things. You have to start, the collective needs us as a whole to all stand up, set boundaries in the sand, and kind of say, you're not crossing that. I'm not allowing you to cross that. We witnessed many things, Roe versus Wade, and other things that happened throughout the year. So a lot of things have been going on, and we have to draw a line in the sand and say it's not going any further, or we are not allowing it to go past a certain thing. So standing up for yourself and for the people around you. See yourself becoming that person. Mars is that kind of person that will tell you, you better get up that gumption. You better be that person that's going to stand up and fight, whether it's for yourself or for the others around you, or for the collective in general. Because if we don't do it collectively, things are going to get really bad, and we're going to wonder, why didn't we stop? Why didn't we step up at the time when it needed to be?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of little things there. What do you think as well?
I was going to say, I think it's starting with the small things, and it may sound trivial, but the small things, it could just be simply speaking your piece, even though it feels a little
Yes.
uncomfortable, but that is that self-advocate. You have to stand up for
Yeah.
yourself first and then embrace and bring the rest of the people around you, the people closest to you. Stand up for them also, and you'll find that over time it will bleed out into the rest of the community because we all can use help. We can all use help sometimes, somebody having our
Yeah.
back
Yeah. Yeah.
to defend us.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
also, some of the confrontations you faced throughout this time, where some of it were needed. Yes, some of it you may have lost a
Mhm.
job, or you may have lost a best friend that you thought was a best friend. After a while, you begin to realize toxic things will move out, and things will get better. It's all happening for a reason, so that people would know not to cross those lines or boundaries with you, and vice versa.
I know.
Things has to be said and done. When you bottle them up, it is not the healthiest thing for us as human beings to bottle things up and never say what it is that you really wanted to say. We tend to
Agreed.
do that a lot: bite our tongue, bite our cheek, bite everything else, but not say what we want to really say. So sometimes we have to just kind of say it.
Yeah, we do. We do. Speak our
Okay.
piece.
All
All
right.
right. So now let's switch over to another form of divination.
Yeah. All right. So
So
we, we are going to
we
pull a card, at least one card, kind of
yes.
in sync with whatever it is that we just talked about, with Mars going direct and the things that we've had to face and probably still facing. So let's
Mhm.
see what we came up with.
And I'm just going to say, because jumpers are a thing in my world, cards that fall out of the deck and or make themselves known to me, jumper. And I have a jumper that came out. I actually have two, but I'm going to focus on the first one. And if you're pulling, I'm just going to go ahead and share the card that popped up, and it's
Okay.
actually the 3 of Wands. The 3
All
of
right.
Wands. This is the Wiser Tarot, based on a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I love this new deck. But I wanted to share, what does this card have to do with Mars going direct? And I'd say the first thing, that the two things that stand out, this is a fire suit. Wands is fire, so there we are, with Mars. And then the fact that this red cape does suggest that, there's a lot of energy and passion with this person. This figure is actually a warrior who has worked very hard. This is a knight, and you can't really tell on this image, but this person has worked very hard to get to this very advantageous spot to see things to their best advantage. So what this is suggesting to me is, boundaries. This person literally is standing between two staves. They've created a doorway and they've stepped through it. This is about really understanding the boundaries that you're setting up for yourself, being able to create the doorways for yourself to move through them and live through this is passion, it's your fire. If you have determination, be self-determined. This person had to work their way up to this advantageous spot. This to me suggests that it's really about supporting yourself in the work that you do. Get yourself to your best advantageous spot, because your fire, your will, your determination, where you put your energy, your passion, your chi is critical. You don't waste your energy. So don't waste this opportunity to self advocate. That's what that card tells me.
Okay. And you know what else I saw with that card? The
Mm.
water that he was looking towards.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
is so Mars going direct, because the water kind of cools down and calms, not just cools down, but calms things. Even
Mhm.
though it's a
Mhm.
little bit, it looks tumultuous, the way that the waves are hitting against the rocks there a bit.
Mhm.
I can see it clearly. But yeah, it looks a lot like that to me from here. So that says a lot, that he's looking for it to get a little bit calmer.
Yeah. Looking for those opportunities. What's coming his way? Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Star.
Okay. All right. And I had a jumper. I don't usually have a jumper because I'm not good at shuffling the deck. So but somehow it fell.
See,
So
we both
my
had
my
numbers.
card is from the deck, the Witch's Tarot.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Beautiful.
love this deck. It's always been a great deck for me. And what I have is the King of Cups. And look at all that water, and look at the rocks, and look at the parachute, and everything else, and trying to get to that calmer waters. But it's like it's interesting. It seems like almost like if he was straying all that time, like things were going on chaotically, but he was like calm as ever, and he's going, "I'm gonna be fine." And he rests down just on the rock that was enough for him to be resting on. And all
Beautiful.
of the water and the emotions and all the different things that has been happening, um, and a lot of it has to deal with our anxieties, our
Mm,
depressions, our all of the emotions that we've been feeling as we went through a lot of the last year and into now.
mhm.
um, it has also sent, because it was interesting, I pulled one and one fell, and it was and part of that was money. And
Mm,
it felt like our money played a lot with it. um Not that it was stagnant, it was just like chaotic. It did like the waves did it, like it was bashing
mm,
and coming and going and coming and going. And a lot of it was dealing with the emotions of the money. And some people went into deep depression, some people may
yeah.
have gone into deep anxieties, um, and a lot of things. But he still is letting you know it's okay. We can deal with this. We've got it within ourselves. We can hold on to this, and we
Hmm.
will come out just fine. We will find ourselves. We're like that cat, where they can throw a cat up in the air and it drops and it will fall for some reason on its feet. It lands on its feet and
Yes.
it's ready to go. We're like,
Yes.
and he will rest there and he will be like, we can do this. We will find it somewhere deep down inside of us, and we will pull it out, and we will go. We will.
And move forward. I love the fact that this card also suggests, because it is the King of Cups, so it's the king of that
Yes,
water element. So now we
yes,
have this balance between this fire of Mars
yes,
and the
yes,
water of the King of Cups. So
yes,
it's just
yes,
to me, it's suggesting, yes, we will find ourselves back in balance.
yes,
Tap into both of those parts of self,
yes,
as you called the
yes.
water out in the
Yeah.
Three of Wands. Yeah,
Yes.
tap into that, into both parts of
Tap into
ourselves
both
there.
sides of it, because we need it both. One without the
Yes,
other is kind of unbalanced and chaotic, but
yes.
together, kick ass, take no
We'll
names.
we'll do it. That's it. We'll be all right. We will
All
be
right.
all
So
right.
take that for what it is, and we hope you enjoy that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we have a couple of things before we wrap up tonight. We're almost at the end of this. I can't believe this. We're almost at the end of our first show.
Yes.
I want to say again, thank you, Sabrina, Fairy Best Life, for
Yes.
coming out
Yes.
and
For being
joining
here.
us. That is huge. Thank you guys, everyone who signed up and
Yes. To
supported
help
us on
us.
YouTube and helped us get started.
Yes.
Starr,
we
what
we,
were
we we- I what ditto girl, whatever you just said, because we want to thank Sabrina and everyone who said to me, I'm subscribing, and I had my
Yes,
son do it, and I had my wife do it, and
yes, we really
we did it
appreciate.
thanks to you guys. We really appreciate it, and we hope you enjoy the show tonight.
Yes.
And we want you guys to do join us next Friday, January 20th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when we have another amazing guest, Selena Fox.
Selena
Yay! We
Fox,
cannot wait. Yes,
amazing.
yes, yes,
Hold
yes.
on. We have a little something to share.
All right. Thank
And it's
you. All right. So we
fabulous.
can't
So we
wait
are
to
so
have Selena
excited.
join us next week, Friday.
Yes.
And we again invite you to come back and join us, subscribe, share, and like, and hope you enjoy
Yes,
it.
please.
We did not have time. We're not that skilled yet at watching the chat and all of that as yet. We will get skilled at that. So
Yes,
we'll
and
be
I
able
think there are a
to
couple of
answer
things in
your
the
questions
chat.
and stuff. Yeah. If you
Yes.
have questions there, we will try to make sure we answer it at the next show, and all of that for you guys. But we want to thank you all so, so much. We really appreciated this. And we enjoyed this so much.
Yes. So Thank you, everyone. I see some of the comments in the chat. We really appreciate it. We will get into being more attentive to that next time. But for our
Yes.
inaugural show, every one of you has been important. We greatly appreciate you. So
Yes.
please do like, share, and sign up to get that little alarm on your YouTubey thing so that you
Yeah,
can
I think it's the
get
notifications or
notifications when
whatever,
we
the
go
bell, ring
live.
the bell to
Yeah.
get notifications. Oh, and one more thing. We would be having many different guests, whether it's performers or speakers or whatever, over the time. If you have suggestions of anyone that you would like us to be able to bring on the show, hey, let us know, message there or whatever it is, and we will try our best to see what we can do. All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you all so much. And a special shout out and thank you to Aldo Lodovico, who helped
Yes,
us put all of
yes,
our
he
clips together,
did.
and
He
Eddie
rocked.
Massey, who was
Yes,
really great
yes, Eddie Mack.
consigliere on the back end. So have a
Mhm.
great week, everybody. We'll see you next Friday.
Next Friday. Take care.
Take care.